Hello friend, today we are going to discuss about how we can show dynamic data in a pop-up model using jQuery, Ajax and PHP. So these are the steps we are going to follow to create this functionality. First we will create a database and then we will create required tables, adding some dummy data, and then we are going to show that dummy data in a web page. Like we can show the data in any form, like we can show in a table or we can show in a grid. Then we will add an action button. So when we click on that button, so a pop-up model will be appear and it will get the dynamic data. So let's start this. First you must have to install the XAMPP server and start the server, Apache server and MySQL server. Now we are going to open here localhost / php myadmin. It is open. We will create a new database. Database name will be learn coding and click on create. Now we will create a table, so give a table name. I am going to give a table name employee. So we will add some record, the record that you want to add according to your requirement. You can create columns. So here table, we will add some. First we will add a primary key. So you have to make this auto incremented primary key. Then we will add first name. This will be varchar 255 or we can make it 100. Last name, you can also make it by default null to ignore any database error. If this is required, you can make it not null. Then we will add the role. We can keep it integer if we create a separate table of role. Otherwise we can create a varchar. Phone number, email, address. This is only an example. You can change it according to your requirement. You can also add the image Image upload is also a time taking process. I have created another video where I have described about how we can upload image and state. We can add more columns, state, city, or we can only add country. So let's, if we can also add another, like how this when this record will be created data. We can also give it a default value. Click on create, and now we have to add some dummy data. Okay, so I have created a query to add 10 dummy records in this table. Okay, so you can see 10 records are added. So now we have to open our project folder. When we work with XAMPP, so our project directory is localhost and XAMPP, and the folder within the XAMPP is htdocs, and here is the folder learn coding. So let me open this project. Search for Visual Studio, click on new window. Open new folder. We will go to local disk C XAMPP htdocs learn coding. Select this folder. Here we will create a new file. New file, and this name will be as you can see the file is created. Now first of all we will write the HTML basic syntax. Title will be show dynamic data in Here we will add some CDN like Bootstrap CDN. So here we will go to the official website of Bootstrap, and now we will copy the required files. CSS file link, and JavaScript. JavaScript we will add before the closing tag of, and here we write script source. Now we will add another CDN, jQuery CDN. Click on minified, copy and paste before the above the Bootstrap JS file. Okay. Now we will write the core PHP database connection, create a database connection variable. Then we will create the select query to read the data from the database. So here I am going to start the PHP tag, and first we will create server name or host name. Host name will be localhost, server name, and next will be username. Username will be root, and password, we are not using any password on localhost, and our database name is learn coding. Now we will write a connection variable. Connect is equal to mysqli connect. Here we have to write the above variable in the same pattern, same order. First will be hostname, second will be username, third will be password, and database. So next we will check if there is any error in database connection. So it will display us an error message. Error. So we will print the message database connection error. Next we can also show the error. What is the error? Next we will create the query to read the data from the database. Here will be our select query. Select select all from employee table. Now we will write the query function or query execution function mysqli query, and here we will pass two variable database connection and our select query. Now if there is any error occur in our query, so we can also write here die, and we can write here we can write here custom message also, error in query. Okay, so next our process will be to start when we want to show all the data, like multiple record we want to show, so we will write a loop, while loop, or we can write a for each loop to display our data. So we are going to display the data in a HTML table. Okay, so here we will create the table. We are using Bootstrap, so let's give the class table, and here we will create table head. So I have already copied the table headings, so here are the table headings. Now in the table body, body, we will use the result, or we can keep the same name. Here we can also use another check, if query. Separate these two things, and here we will write our while loop. While row is equal to query fetch this, here another while loop, and here this bracket we will close here. So here we will create a tr tag, in this we will create td, and here we will echo. We can use echo, or we can use equal sign, and until it is completed. So next is first name. Here we will give some space. Okay, so I think here we have to show only first we will show only 3 columns, and fifth will be first name, last name will be a single column, action. So let's create a new td, and here we will create action button, button type, button class bootstrap, we will pass here bootstrap class. Okay, so here we will create a button btn primary, and here we will add a data ID to pick the data dynamically. Here we will add row ID, more info, so our table is ready. So let's check it on the browser. Localhost slash coding slash employee list.php. So here you can see this is our table, and when we click on more info pop-up, we have to build now the pop-up model to show the additional detail. First we have to create the pop-up model code. So we go to Bootstrap Popup Modal. So here we will go to official website of Bootstrap, and we will copy the pop-up model, basic pop-up model, and here is the code. We will write it after the table ending tag. We will give the employee info title. You can give a meaningful title. Okay, so this is the model body, and we will display our data here in the model body. So we can also call the model by model class, or we can give employee model. We can give our model an ID. So these are the button. We don't need the save changes button here. So here below we will write the jQuery code script, and script closing tag. Here we will create the main function document dot ready. Okay, so here we will write our click function. So because there are more records in it, so we will not write the click function like a normal function. We will write it like this: document dot on click. So what is the we can give here ID of the button between show more. Here we will pass the button, or we can use the button ID, button class. First will be click, then this third will be function. So this is our function. First we will create a variable employee ID. So here comes this dot data. What is the data attribute we have set? Data ID. So this will get the data ID. We can check it by using alert employee ID. Go to our web page, refresh it and click on more. So it will get the ID of each record. Okay. Now it's time to write the Ajax. Here comes the Ajax. First comes the URL. So we will create a new file where we will write our PHP code to get the more data. Get employee dot php and type or method will be get, and data here will be ID, employee ID. Now we will write here a success function response. If we not define here data type, so by default data type is HTML. So we can also get data in HTML, and we can also get data in JSON form. So we will get data in HTML. And here is the model body class. So we will show our data in model body. Here we will print pass all the response variable, and next we will our employee model, this class model ID dot model show. This will show the model. Okay, so next we will create a new file. Get employee.php. So in this file we will write our code. First we will need this function to connect with the database. Then we will need a query. ID. Here we will pass the ID variable. ID is equal to get ID. This jQuery code here. You can also give the same name or this one, or you can also give it ID. So this ID, this one will be received here. ID. Now we will run the query, execute the query. MySQL query. We will pass two variables. Now Okay, so here query is executed. Now we will fetch the data and print the data so that that data will be displayed on Popup model. Okay, so we are only getting a single record, so we will do like the first we will apply a check if result, otherwise it will print. Now we will write another if row is equal to mysqli result. mysqli Now we will print all the data one by one. Print the data one by one. Or we can write in a file HTML, and here we will write HTML is equal to okay. ID name. And also show here. You can show it like in a proper date format. Yeah. Yes. And here we can print HTML. So this is completed, and let's reload the page and check. Okay, there is an error on line number 30. Okay, semicolon was not written. ID is 9. This is the employee 9. One issue is coming here, it's not closing the employee, it's not closing the popup model. So let's fix this issue. This issue, we can also write here. We can also this is the class close. Same class we can pass it here. We will use this class, and here we will write the code. Click on this file. This will be clicked. This model we will hide. Let's check if this is working or not. Yes, it's working. If we click on above button, or if we click on below button. So this is the method how you can display data dynamically, and how you can hide the data, how you can show the data dynamically, and how you can display in a popup model. Everything will be explained in very detail in this video. So thanks for watching this video. So our next tutorial will be about doing the same work in a coordinator, and next we will do the same work how to show data in a popup model, dynamic data in a popup model in Laravel and coordinator. So both topics we will cover in the next coming videos.